Guantanamela, you want. Girl, the way you watch you and me body under pressure. Man, see your body all like mosquito. When your body right, just to know you got the power. But Sim, who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls, them sugar. How can I? In a rush, pass me the keys to my trucks. Who am I? The girls, them lock.
On the floor for the visiting Dallas Mavericks. At guard, Trey Burke. At forward, Maxi Klima. At forward, Dorian Finney-Smith. At center, Kristaps Porzingis. At guard, Luka Doncic. The head coach of the visiting team is Jason Kidd. Starting it forward, number 30, Thaddeus Young. Six-five forward, number 3, Keldon Johnson. At guard, 6'4", number 5, DeJounte Murray. Seven, manning the middle, number 15, your San Antonio Spurs head coach, Greg Popovich. Once again, the starters for your San Antonio Spurs.
Welcome, folks, and what better way to celebrate the end of the week? Friday night basketball on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, BA. Well, the NBA's play-in tournament is exciting. It's a way to keep teams in the mix, but it's had its share of critics. Luka Doncic said, quote, "I don't understand it. You play all season to get into the playoffs. Then maybe you lose 2 in a row and you're out? I don't see the point. Guys?"
Yeah, Allie, team's definitely motivated to stay in the top 6. Good stuff there. Thank you. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Spurs, right now 5th in the division, right in the middle. And, of course, there's Dallas, 5 spots from the top.
Checking out San Antonio, it's impressive how they have wiped out a lot of the doubts about them. Now, we all thought it might take them a while to figure things out, but it's taken no time at all.
Yeah, I think that growing process has already taken place. This is a team that already knows what its identity is and where its strengths lie.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. Kleba and Porzingis, the combo inside. Luka Doncic is out there with Trey Burke. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Spurs, Murray and White in the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Thaddeus Young. And it's Mr. Fundamentals in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And we continue to see a lot of turnover in the coaching ranks, Doris. And in these early stages, those new plays and terminology still fresh.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And sometimes a coaching change can unlock the potential of a roster. On the other hand, you have continuity sometimes as a key advantage. It's always interesting to see things pan out. But here's the fact of the matter. New coaches mean new ideas and new philosophies, and I think that's great for the growth of the game.
One shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Now Doncic. And too long on the shot. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Johnson. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Defended by Porzingis. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Doncic. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
This guy has been elite as a passer since he entered the league. He takes pride in making the guys around him better.
Johnson with it. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Here's Burke. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Doncic. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 so far.
Well, we've heard what the older generation has to say. Get Kristaps Porzingis into the post. Punish those little defenders. But you have to realize the game has evolved. Post-ups are not as significant as they were back in the older generations.
A different look for Dallas. Brown, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Burke. And Brunson is subbed in for Kleba.
Jalen Brunson.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Outside Brunson. Outside Brown. Can't get it to fall. And Doris, in this Mavericks offense, Porzingis is scoring with the most efficiency of his career.
You know, you almost feel sorry for defenders trying to close out to him beyond the arc. At 7'3", it is awfully hard to bother that shot.
59 seconds left in the opening quarter. Brunson against White. Now here's Brunson, tightly guarded. They double him with White. Pass to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. The 3 ball. No good on the shot. And the Spurs going the other way now. The last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
It was textbook rim protection in that game, taking real pride in shutting down the other team.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
Doncic with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. And the bucket is... Good.
What a finish by Luka Doncic. Don't underestimate his strength. The Don has got that in his game.
For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Murray passes to White. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Defended by Brown. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Well, he knew what he wanted to do there. Uses that height to get a clean look over the smaller defender.
Second team foul. At the line for your Spurs. At the line for 1.
One shot.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Doncic. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs out in front. They lead by 5. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, before we move on, what do you think about the Spurs at this point?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Murray and White in the backcourt. Thaddeus Young out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Mr. Fundamentals in at the 5. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. There's the drive, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And here are the Mavericks now, after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Doncic, and he comes up with a bucket. And the three-pointer gaining prominence. Grant, that shot wasn't a big part of your game until later in your career. Why was that something you waited to develop?
Well, over the years, the game had changed during my career. Early on, I didn't need it as much in terms of how I played. But at the end of my career, in more of a complementary role, I had to be able to knock down three-pointers, and I did a pretty good job.
Doncic against Johnson. And stolen by Murray. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, and San Antonio again with a bucket.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end. One of the more improved players over the last few years. Murray has thrived in his high-usage role. He just can't become. There's one of the best rebounders in the league at his position. And boy, is he disruptive on defense.
Here's Burke. Looking for his first basket still in this one. It's deflected. Minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. 1:24 left to play in the half. Brunson against Murray. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Kleber. Back to Porzingis. Sinks that one from the post. Porzingis has got his first points of the game.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result. He's officially taken over this first half, making all the right reads.
The Mavericks have got 2 of 3 shots to go. In the second. Outside Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. Fires from the wing. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Defended by Porzingis.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
Down low. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. It's good. 26 points for him.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, riding it.
1 second left. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I think what really pops about Kristaps Porzingis is 7'3", yes, but it's the sweet shooting stroke and the deep range. But let's not forget, when this guy came in the league, he was an absolute force as a shot blocker.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Porzingis.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
San Antonio calls timeout. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
And so the San Antonio Spurs up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back with you shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. Checking out the Spurs. Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, they've shown a lot of discipline on the offensive end. It's not about getting quick shots, it's about getting good shots. And if you want to know how that approach is working, just check out their team focus.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
The energy on D stood for disappointment. They were slow to rotate. Communication was bad. No effort. I mean, the intensity on that end of the floor, where it needs to be, was just not there.
And that's going to do it for us here. Second half of action is coming your way.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. So it's the Mavericks now, trailing by 8. Next up on the schedule, the Nuggets, a home game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half, Kleber and Porzingis, the combo inside. Trey Burke is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, defended by Porzingis. Mr. Fundamental shot is good.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Pass to Porzingis. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
One challenge for Kristaps Porzingis has been his health, because over the course of his young career, he's missed about a quarter of the schedule to injury.
Indoors, throughout the league's history, a lot of players well over 7 feet tall have dealt with leg issues.
Yeah, in fact, even after the Knicks drafted Porzingis, if you recall, the front office questioned how he'd hold up. But boy, KP has put a lot of work into strengthening that lower body, getting down in a stance to hold ground and protect himself a little bit.
The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
driving in.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Outside, Finney-Smith. Pass to Burke.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Over Murray. And it's Burke missing. 1:56 left in the third. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Luka Doncic. His first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Spurs. Shooting one.
.52 left in the third quarter of the game. Tipped.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Doncic. The Spurs making their last shot. Outside, Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. He's off on the layup. The Spurs have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Mr. Fundamentals. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. Brown, he's checked in for Porzingis. Cauley-Stein comes in for Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Burke. And Brunson is subbed in for Luka Doncic. For Dallas, they've gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Now a timeout called by Dallas.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Let's see some of the numbers here for Trey Burke.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Out to the right wing. And stolen by Murray. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
One shot.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. To halt the run. Oh, okay then. Boom. He jams it straight down.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Now Cauley-Stein. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Ooh, excellent D there from Young. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Driving to the basket, and the... Powerful one-handed slam.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Comes up empty down low. He can't hit that time. And so the San Antonio Spurs up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More 2K action in just a moment. Greg Popovich addressing his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
The way we keep a lead is to keep making stops, gain rebound, and keep the pace on offense.
No surprise that Greg Popovich is pushing his troops, sensing an opportunity to break this one wide open.
Well, he's a guy who will never settle, and for good reason. He knows that any dip in momentum can shift the course of a game.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Murray and White in the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Thaddeus Young, and it's Mr. Fundamentals in at the 5. That's the San Antonio 5.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
Oh, rejected by Marjanovic. Here's Bullock. He's guarded by White. Pass to Marjanovic. It's blocked. They get it back.
No debate there. He got hammered.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In the first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've also jumped at every chance to attack the basket tonight. Just terrific penetration.
And he drops the first. Coaching turnover is a fact of life in the NBA. Grant, as a player, how tough is it to adapt to a new coach?
Well, it depends on the timing. I mean, an offseason change gives the team a time to get used to a new system. Now, if it happens in midseason, it could be a little tough. The learning curve is definitely steep.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis has checked in for Marjanovic. Kleber comes in for Brown. Burks checked in for Bullock. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Ntilikina. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play. Doing more work in the painted area. He has really excelled inside.
Here's Burke. Pass to Porzingis.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Kleber with it.
2 minutes.
Back to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
First team foul. At the line for the Spurs, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Brown, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Good on both. And Grant, in 2015, you became part owner of the Atlanta Hawks. How pleased were you to see their performance in last year's playoffs?
Well, it was incredible. So much fun to see this team come together, rally, and have an incredible run in this past postseason. Now, as a broadcaster, you don't want to have a rooting interest, but I'll confess, it was definitely special to see.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know, the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
A minute 31 left in the game. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Spurs.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Yeah, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
It's just a great matchup for them. And they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting. You look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Pass to Kleber. 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. Back to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Burke. Three-pointer. No good that time.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
And out of bounds, the Mavericks will take it.
Mavericks ball.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Kleber. Bullock comes in for Burke. And it's Ntilikina in for Luka Doncic. There's 42 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Porzingis with it. Over Young. Here's Marjanovic. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it.
Dallas ball. Mavericks substitution. Willie Cauley-Stein.
Here's Bullock. Brown in the high post. Tries a 10-footer. And that one's long. On offense, here is San Antonio. Outside Murray. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. No good from the wing. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.